How did you find out you were getting cheated on? The other woman knocked on my front door and asked me to take my kid and get out so that the two of them could be together and be happy. I told her she could have him, but they'd have to go because technically I owned the house. I then told him he was free to go. He did not go, sadly. She'd been dropped off by her ex who she'd cheated on with my ex-husband. That was quite awkward. Phone bill. She was texting some random number 600 times a month. I thought I recognized the number, and when I put it in my phone it was a buddy of mine. This is actually how it started for me. I was looking at revising our phone plan to one with less data and happened to notice a massive amount of texts on her line. Dug into the records and found it was to a coworker. About 48 hours later I got home from work, night shift, and she was not home. Took a random guess and drove to their office at 4 a.m. For some reason, common ground made sense. Found them both in the parking lot. My son ended up in the hospital with pneumonia when he was just 6 weeks old. They couldn't find out what was wrong with him, and he ended up in the ICU. Turns out it was bacterial pneumonia. Because his dad had cheated on me throughout my pregnancy and gave me chlamydia, which then went into our son's lungs when I gave birth. Was using her phone for GPS while we were on a road trip because mine had issues when she got a text from the guy we had been in marriage counseling about, who she says she has not talked to him for months about seeing her tomorrow. 24 years of being together, 23 years married, 2 kids, a house. All down the fucking drain, and ruined my life for a guy who could pass for a real-life Ned Flanders. 2 interesting ones from close friends. Friend's neighbor looked into her house from the 2nd floor and saw him fucking the nanny. They are currently in divorce proceedings, though he's still dating the nanny. The more interesting one is a friend was headed to Thanksgiving with her husband when she got a text from a woman saying, "Your husband has been fucking me and several other women," then gave a list of the women. She was aghast, not sure what to do, then the woman sent pics as evidence. The woman was pissed as he had promised her he would spend Thanksgiving with her instead of his wife, my friend. My friend divorced him. This was a long time ago, before social media. I went to check my email on his computer and his instant messenger popped up. He, ex-girlfriend. Couldn't wait to finally see him next week. That long distance has been awful and can't wait to reconnect. He told me they broke up. They did not. He did not tell her about me or that we were living together. I was suddenly homeless. She did fly in the next week and gave the ring back. I did not know they were engaged, thought they had broken up. Yay. Good times. Me and the other 2 guys I worked with had it come up in conversation. She told Guy A that me and her had broken up, and she told Guy B that I gave her a pass while I was on vacation. You think she would have learned? Found out a few years later she did the same thing with a couple guys at the gym she was working at the time. Those 2 guys showed up at her house to call her out on it. Thank you very much for watching my video. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment down below. I will see you in the next video.